Hey, my name is Adrienne. I'm the Director of Operations and Women's Initiatives at OSRP Vernon. I just wanted to give you an overview of a typical day at OSR because I know seeking help can be scary and it's a huge step to put yourself out there and go into an immersive program experience with other participants. So I hope this puts you at ease a little bit. So first things first, at Sunday, the night before the program, we'll all meet at 7 o'clock, and that's at the residence, and it's just to do a meet and greet, get everybody to say hello, get to know each other a little bit before we meet in the clinic Monday morning at 9 a.m. Just to relieve some of that anxiety and get you just connected with each other. So we'll meet at 9 o'clock in the clinic on Monday morning, and we do a group therapy kind of check-in where we will all go around, we'll talk about how we're doing, how we're feeling, what's going on for the day, and just getting everyone connected and feeling good and calm and safe. And then after that, you will be going to individual therapy. You'll go with a dedicated therapist who will be with you for the duration of the program. The initial sessions will be just really focused on establishing that sense of safety and trust in that therapeutic alliance, because nothing can be done if you don't have that solid foundation. So you're not going to be jumping into hardcore nitty-gritty stuff right off the bat. It's really about that relationship. And that's also modeling just healthy relationship development in the real world too. So there's different reasons why we take it slow from the beginning. So you'll do a therapy session, usually about an hour, and then you'll have a bit of a break, and you'll come back out and you'll do meet Dirk Terpstra. He's our wonderful heart-centered human being who just has this amazing presence and energy that everyone just absolutely adores. He will guide you through some self-regulation strategies, and really he's just a very intuitive person, so he's able to hone in on what's going on for you and what maybe is a helpful approach for you at that time. So it can be breath work. He utilizes HeartMath technology, which is bringing the brain and the heart into coherence, and you can actually measure it on an ECG or something like that. So he does the HeartMath technology, breath work, mindfulness meditation, just strategies to rewire your brain and your body and bring you back into a more coherent, calm, collected state where you feel a sense of in control of your emotional experience, and thus your destiny. So you'll do the self-regulation, and then we'll have an hour and a half for lunch, which is awesome because it gives you a lot of time to just process what happened in the morning. Sometimes things unexpectedly get dug up and you're like, you want some time to process that and go over it. And so you might want to go for lunch with other participants. You might want to just veer off and go on your own, and you're totally free to do whatever you like. We think that freedom is just so key and integral to the healing experience. So you can go wherever you want for lunch, eat whatever you want. We think it's not always the best. People have all their unique dietary restrictions and preferences, and we think that you should just be able to choose what you want to eat. We tried before taking care of all the food and having lunch in the clinic, but we just really want you to eat what you want. So we think that's important. So you'll have lunch, and then you'll come back to the clinic for 1:30, and then we'll do some type of group experience, and that can be off-site. We like to go up to Silver Star Mountain or Cal Park, where they're just beautiful settings, to do some nature therapy and really just get connected with ourselves and the group, and just practice kind of some techniques in vivo in real life. So we'll go out of the clinic, or we will stay in the clinic and we'll do some psychoeducation because knowledge really is power, and we think that by helping you understand what's going on a physiological level, just a social cultural level, just understanding what's going on for you in the context of trauma and the military can really help you get that sense of power, because as human beings, we really need to identify things in order to understand it and make an action plan on how to deal with it. So our psychoeducation, we really aim for it to not be boring. We want it to be really interactive, a conversation. We really encourage people to just jump in and make it that really dynamic experience, because if you're bored, you're probably not really tuned in. So we want to keep you engaged and make it fun. So that's the psychoeducation piece, or we'll take you to the float tanks and you'll do a float on your own and kind of get into a meditative experience of sensory deprivation. Really cool experience. All of this will be facilitated by our therapists, and they'll kind of guide you on what they would recommend that you do. Maybe while you're in the float tanks, they'll recommend that you go through a certain mindfulness procedure or whatever. but we're with you every step of the way, I guess is the point. And then we do things like a nutrition cooking experience where we'll have our mental health nutritionist come in and cook a meal together, and we'll sit down and eat it. And we do this in an actual house, like not in a clinical setting. And so it's just really like real and authentic, and gives you those positive memories to pull back on, to reference back to when you're, experiencing some challenges. It's really about building up the layers of positive experiences with other people who truly care about you, and one another, and just reaffirming that you are safe, you're supported, you're loved, and you can trust other people, and you can have good experiences, you can feel joy, and your life's not over. There's a lot more life left to live, and we want to give you some really cool experiences that are not just sitting, with a therapist and just rehashing old trauma. We want to give you a whole body, mind, soul experience where we're incorporating all of the evidence-based practices and methodologies, but also giving you a really cool experience that you can remember for the rest of your lives, and hopefully friends that you can have as well for a really long time. So that's kind of a typical day in a nutshell. You'll go back to the hotel and you'll just relax. There's a pool, hot tub, sauna, gym, 2 restaurants on site. We want you to just relax and, maybe practice some homework from therapy, but just process what happened during the day, because the processing is really the most important part. And that's how things get filed away in your brain, and how you can integrate all of that great work that you're doing. But this is what we do, and we would really love it if you join us, because we think that our program is unlike anything else out there. And it's run by people who genuinely care, and we really just don't cut any corners. We do everything with veterans' best interest at mind and at heart. And we hope you join us.